broken. It's not working. Nope, we're going.
Is that broken?
Nope, we're in. Nope. I don't know. Who knows?
We got to know.
I got new headphones.
I don't want to do a whole podcast if we don't know it's recording.
I think it's recording.
I'm in.
The red light's going. I got hear volume.
Turn up my volume a little bit. I can't hear it, but I know I'm always too silent.
Louder than I am.
And I'm beginning to think you do it intentionally.
What'd you do with the old headphones?
What?
What'd you do with the other headphones?
Oh, man, I got a good scam going.
Okay.
So check this. Do you want to introduce the podcast?
Yeah,
first,
I'll introduce the podcast real quick. Well, welcome to episode 47 of the Rad Dudecast.
Check.
You don't even make your dog noises anymore?
What? No,
Have
I
you
was
given up on life that far?
I was gonna. I was just waiting for a moment.
That's always been the moment.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted maybe like
You're going to change it. Okay.
do an extra second.
Again, it's episode 47, and I want to apologize.
Meow.
Oh, cat.
Ooh, cat.
The cat this time.
Cat.
Hang on, let me lower Brendan's mic down.
No, I don't. Well, you're going to make me mad.
Check.
Now, again, we'd like to apologize. We do the best we're able to bring you an episode every week as three moderately successful up-and-coming stand-up comedians. We are becoming busier and busier, and our live scheduling is becoming harder and harder. We do the best we can. We're going to start maybe trying to stockpile a few episodes. So last week we missed, and we're sorry. We heard your outrage on Twitter at the Rad Dudecast, where we'd appreciate it if you follow us. And listen, we're very accessible to our followers. All you essentially have to do is tweet at us and say, I would like to be on the Rad Dudecast. And then you don't even have to do any more work. We call you. Like, that's how, right? Any fan that's ever asked to be on the Rad Dudecast gets on the Rad Dudecast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, so get at us. Again, I don't know what Greg's doing. He's doing an audio check. You know what a listener asked?
Yeah?
Guy wants to help us out.
Yeah.
He asked that I send him a picture of our audio setup.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll take one when this is over and tweet it at him. So this dude's going to help us out. I think his name's Seth. I don't know.
Seth.
Actually, I've got to give him a good shout out. Let me check our Twitter
Seth,
feed.
Mike's friend?
If it's
No.
Mike's friend,
Mike's
Seth,
friend
he's
Seth.
the man.
It's not
Yeah.
Mike's friend Seth.
It could be someone else, but I know a guy named Seth who's really looking to help us out.
So that's that. I'm trying to think if there's any more
My
podcast
sounding
business.
is not-
Oh, that's the other thing is
Check.
we are is your mic off, Greg?
My mic, I don't think I'm getting any volume on anything. Check.
Do you want us to pause it?
Nope.
The other thing is we're looking to book dates
Check.
for the summer. The three of us will come to your town.
We'll date you.
If you can somehow get up $1,000.
We'll date you.
No, $1,200.
Yep.
$1,200.
$1,200.
$1,200.
We'll take you out.
We'll go.
to a
No, we're not going to
nice
fucking date you.
spaghetti meal.
We're not going to date you.
Check.
Why wouldn't we?
We'll come do stand-up. We'll put on a fucking hour and a half tremendous show.
Anthony
All
will
you got to
date
do
you.
is
and then
sell
Greg
enough
and
tickets.
I will date you for 6 months.
Fine. That's not a part
Feed
that I agreed
you-
to. But
Cakes.
Anthony,
Vanilla cake.
I'll eat your pussy and Anthony will stick his dick in your mouth.
Yep, right in your mouth. Open them up. Open up those chompers. Here comes Mr. Penis.
oh,
That's
already,
what I call my dick.
already Andrew.
You should put a mailbag on him so we can deliver the mail to me.
Already Andrew Lee II wants us to come to Champaign, Illinois, which we'll do. We need
do it.
We need
I'll
about
do it.
$1,200
Oh, there we
to
go.
make it worth our while. We'll stop in Cleveland on the
Already?
way.
This is happening?
Yeah, well,
this isn't even live.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense.
I tweeted that out
Oh,
the
you
other
did?
day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm not stopping in Cleveland.
yeah. Don't,
Fine,
yeah,
then we'll go
Brendan,
straight to Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah,
All right.
direct flight.
We're not taking flights. We got to drive.
Well, then
road
I'm
trip.
out.
Rad dude road trip.
Oh, the rad
No, you
cat.
can't. I'm just promising.
I don't do road trips, bro.
Yes, you do.
Never.
You love road trips.
No, I don't think so.
Yes,
Wait.
you do.
I like the movie. I love that movie, Road
Do you
Trip.
know
That's
what
what
I'm
I was
talking
thinking of.
about when
It's
I
true.
I don't
He
like
loves road trip
yeah,
movie.
a road trip.
What do you think I'm
He
talking
loves the
about?
movie Road Trip.
Three guys in a van, and we go across the country.
Yeah,
in a
you
tent.
love that.
No, man, I don't. I love a flight, a direct flight,
All right, we'll take a flight there.
leather seats.
So Seth Palmer at Seth Sickle is the gentleman who's going to help us with our audio set.
I don't think that's the Seth I know.
no,
no,
that's
it's
not
not,
Mike's
dude.
friend Seth.
Mike's
No,
friend's His last name
listen.
is Mike's friend.
Yep.
Listen,
Seth
you
Conlon.
Conklin.
fucking
Conklin.
bozos.
Maybe
No,
it's
that's my
Conklin.
stepmom's name.
Now you listen and
What about
you
your
listen
stepmom?
good.
What's she
you
know about
two
audio equipment?
Fucking crumbs. You two need to get it out of your head You're talking first, second, third, fourth episode shit. Now our fans aren't people we know. We have fans. They're not always going to be Mike's friend or Taco's brother.
Well, that's because they don't know Mike or Taco.
Yeah,
but
if
they knew them, they would become friends.
They'd immediately be their friends.
Yeah.
True.
So
That's good point. Good point.
Someone told me they listened to the podcast the other day. This is what they said. They said, I was listening to that podcast the other day. I just turned it off. That was the whole... No! We've lost all audio.
All audio?
Something is happening. Something bad is happening. It's back. It's back.
all right.
Oh, boy.
We've lost everything got scratchily. Man, hey, Seth, you got to help us out, man.
Seth, this is bad. You think this is recording?
Yeah, it's recording. I see the record button cooking. I see volumes are cooking in the machine.
Yeah,
But
we'll
in the cans went out. The cans went out for a second.
What we need...
New cans.
Champagne, huh? Illinois?
I'll go.
Yeah, we got to get somebody on this. My brother lives in Chicago. I don't know how close that is to Chicago.
That wasn't anything.
What was
that was a weird
That's
thing.
not a thing a person
That
does.
sounded more like a debate than a sneeze.
Yeah, that was just an argument with yourself.
Can I tell a story?
Yeah.
Or are we not ready yet? Oh, we're ready?
Well, first, before you start, let me set the stage.
I'm the hand of the king. You
Okay.
don't.
Were you going to mention that?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to mention it. Before Greg tells the story, let me just say he's wearing a pin that is the Hand of the King pin from Game of Thrones. Been wearing it all day, telling everyone that he's the Hand of the King.
Well, I don't have to tell anybody I have the pin. So that shows that I am the hand of the king, and you will respect me as I wear it. And maybe I'll appoint you as something. Maybe King of Treasury.
Thank you.
Anthony's
that's a
King of
nice
Media.
title.
Media King.
Ooh, king of all media.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, I'm
I
going
don't
to start.
agree with that
everything
decision.
goes
I mean, you're the Hand of
through
the
me.
King. I respect your word, but I don't agree with that decision.
Oh my God!
Well,
Well, that's treason, and I can have your head cut off by the hand of the hand's hand, the King of Media.
The King of Media is the Hand's hand?
Yeah,
Well, then
man.
I agree, because I thought you meant just he was the King of Media. He's supposed to be tweeting and...
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
plan on getting your show on the air anytime soon.
What show?
Your Friendly Fun Time Hour show.
It's a great
where
show.
you talk about fucking breakfast for all day.
Yeah, and animals.
Yeah.
I don't think you're
that
loud
thing
enough,
is
Brendan.
Never
I'm never loud
getting
enough.
on the air. Not in this town,
What town?
Champagneville.
Is Anthony wearing ladies' sweatpants?
You know, I'll tell you what he's not wearing. The sweatpants
tapered
I bought him for Christmas.
Sweatpants.
I bought him sweatpants for Christmas, so he'd stop wearing these
These are the ones you bought me.
How did you shrink them down? No,
What?
the ones I
No.
got you, I think were.
Those
No,
weren't the ones.
Let me
man.
see the band. Let me see the band around the waist. Oh, those are them. Those are
Those
a
are
nice
them.
band. Those
Yeah,
look pretty good.
These are them. These are great.
Those are pretty stylish.
I thought they were ladies.
No,
but
they're
they do look
skinny.
good.
They're like skinny jean sweatpants.
They're cool. You look like...
I should've-
he looks like Kendrick Lamar.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell my story now?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the Amazon
Bitch, don't
package?
kill my vibe.
Oh, don't.
I mean,
We're not going to do
Kendrick
this, right?
Lamar.
Can I tell the story, or are you guys going to
Kendrick
interrupt me?
Lamar.
If you're going to interrupt me, I won't tell it.
No, go.
Or I'll tell it with a version where you guys can interrupt me. Just
Okay.
let me know what to prepare for.
I'm not
Okay,
going to
go.
interrupt.
All right.
But
I am
Yeah.
sorry
if I could
about
say, I'm not going to interrupt, I would encourage you to let Anthony interrupt a little bit, because you know if he doesn't interrupt, we lose.
He'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't mind interrupting.
that. That's a good point.
I would have preferred.
I can't argue with you with that, as that
can-
is true.
Conversate with me, and we can discuss. But no interruptions.
Okay.
But we can
Okay.
discuss. So you can talk to me. Just don't flat out make like cockadoodle noises. It's not even that great of a story. It's really only like 7 sentences.
Okay, bro. Don't fuck with
I
my
don't want to
art.
revoke the king of media.
Well, here's the thing. All of a sudden, you become the Hand for one fucking day, and you're saying no cockadoodle noises?
Well,
that's
after
why
the
that's
story.
the reason I show up to this thing.
Not in the middle of the
Get
story.
all your cockadoodle noises out now.
Okay.
Everyone.
Okay.
All right. On 3.
Everyone get them out.
1, 2, 3. No, that didn't do good. That just makes me want to do more. That just makes me want to do more cockadoodle noises.
All right, that's good.
You know that? Yeah, that didn't help. That makes me just want to do more.
Yeah.
I've never heard a chicken. It's like it sounds like a radio chicken. All right. All right. In the cans, it hurts my ears.
Okay. What's the story?
It's not that great. But I'll tell you. So I got a package the other day in the basement. I'm waiting for the Hand of the King package. So I'm checking the mail every day. See a box downstairs. I'm like, this is it? It's not it. It's a package it says to Zhang Zhang Chow Chow. That's the guy's name. And I'm like, well, I could wait for the mailman to bring this back to Zang Zang. Or the address on here is just a different address. I'm going to go meet Zang Zang Chow Chow. I'm going to deliver this package.
Yeah.
Right? So I take the box, I go on the block, see this Asian guy walking his dog, and I just go, I'm going to shoot the 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for this. So
Yeah.
I say, excuse me, are you Zang Zang Chow Chow? And he goes, yes. And I went, you have a package. Gave him a package, and I disappeared into the mist. Greatest thing in the world. Just never saw this. And I just walked away.
So he'll never know what the circumstances behind that were.
Well, I think he's going to think one of 2 things. One, that Amazon is the greatest company in history. He just thinks that they're just like, man, I was out walking my fucking dog.
Yeah.
Some ninja came up
And found me.
Handed me a package. Yeah, found me in not even no uniform.
Yeah.
Sweatpants, whole thing. Like I'm always ordering for them. He wasn't even on the premises.
Right.
Or, I mean, well, thank God it was him.
Right.
Because, what if it was just some other Asian guy?
Now, was he near the address in question, or did you just assume this is an Asian guy in proximity?
Well, I'll tell you what it is. It was on my street, 28th Street, but I was like, we're on 20. It could have been a few more early. I mean, it was way early enough. But I said it was an Asian guy walking his dog. Let's take the chance. Take the chance. I would say it's about a good 3 blocks walking more.
Whoa.
It was close. It was risky. It was risky.
That's a big risk.
Yeah. I wish it wasn't though. I wish it was like I was like, hey, are you Zang Zang? He was like, fuck you. I'm Steve.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Steven.
What are you, Mario Linguini?
Yeah.
He just said, no, I'm Boop Boop.
So I was exciting. I gave him his package, but I should have kept it because Amazon Prime will just give you, like, if they hadn't delivered it to him, he would have just got a new one, and I could have just kept whatever was in that box.
Probably a samurai sword.
Yeah, it was too small. I think it might have been another Hand of the Kingpin.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'd have 2.
You guys could have been 2. That would have been fun. Each have rival households.
Here's the thing.
Rival households.
That's happened to me several times in the last year. And what's the delivery services coming to where they're just giving packages to the wrong address?
Yep.
You can't be doing that.
That's why you do the drones. Because they have retinal scanners on them.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes, they
You
do.
literally
they
just
have
made that
retinal
up.
scanners on them, so they know exactly
From the
who
air?
you are.
From
Yes.
the air, they're scanning your eyeballs?
First of all-
Yes, because they come down
No.
from the sky. Oh, don't say no so quick.
That viral-
Would you stop? They come down from the sky and they go eye level, and then they zoom your eyes, and then you know it's the right package.
That whole drone thing was a viral marketing scheme. They're not.
I
delivering
got one
packages with
last
drones.
week.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did. I got 3 bananas.
From a drone.
Yeah.
Not even a dozen.
No.
3.
I got
And you don't even like bananas.
Yeah, I got to prove a point.
And that's
Well, it works.
concludes our segment, Facts by Anthony.
Why I did that?
Why I did that.
Well, you
No, you
can't
didn't. You
back
clearly
up
didn't
your
do it.
argument with a story.
Oh,
you
yeah?
made
Come in
up.
my room.
What's in there? A drone?
Because the bananas are in there, brought to me by a flying robot.
Bring me a banana.
Fine.
Because I'm going to tell you this. There's no bananas
There's no
in his
bananas
room.
in there. He could have said anything in his room that he actually had in his room.
He hates
And
Yeah,
goes,
aren't you going to be sorry in maybe a second?
Yeah,
all right.
Get to
One
grab
Mississippi.
Grab the bananas.
And he's looking for something. He's
looking
really
for
going
something.
to try to
He's really
find
hoping there's a
prey.
banana in his room.
Why
You
would
know-
there be? He hates bananas. He doesn't like the
And I
texture.
probably threw him out. I probably threw him out.
No
I
bananas.
threw him out in a fit.
Fit.
I probably had one of my fits, and I threw him out. Damn
No
it.
goddamn bananas.
Yeah. No,
Well-
they'll scan you. Amazon drone.
Yep, I don't. I believe you now. 'cause
Okay,
you have
well-
the banana evidence, so I do
It's
believe.
good. Well, sometimes bananas, after a while, they vaporize.
Nope.
No,
Well, maybe.
Fact. Nope. Not maybe.
definitely
well,
not.
maybe.
I mean, if you
You
put
should
them in a
write-
machine that vaporizes them,
I got an
a
idea.
bomb.
Oh, I got an idea. This is what I want you to do.
No
Anthony.
such-
I want you to
no
sit
such thing.
and write a book of all your facts.
Uh-huh.
And the last page, it just says, well, maybe. Just everything.
That's fun. That's a fun idea.
Well, maybe
a
that's
book
it.
of facts, and then the last page. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I think maybe that's true. Some of that stuff might be true. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. Well, you can't get a drone, so I don't know what you do.
What?
Well, you can get a remote-controlled helicopter. That's more or less a
That's
drone.
true. You know what it is, though? They don't have the strength to hold items.
What, a
Well,
helicopter?
it depends on what type of
Remote
items
control
you
helicopters don't.
You can get a
Those
big one.
little guys?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
You can get a big one,
Oh, really?
but it's still not going to be able to carry it.
Major,
But you gotta buy
normal
it
size
from-
helicopter?
No, that's just
You
a
gotta go to
helicopter.
the army for that.
Now, you
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
go
I
to
didn't
some
say
weird
helicopter.
Turkish guy in the mall who's going to sell you a helicopter. It's the only way to get these things. They have these
Buddy,
yeah, very
helicopter
low-level arms dealers in the middle of...
buddy.
I don't get that. That's a bit. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, low-level arms dealers. They sell miniature helicopters.
Yeah,
Yep.
working their way up.
These mall Turks.
Yep.
These turkey burgers. Has anyone ever called them that?
Turkey
That's
burgers.
a fun one to do
That
for
is
these
fun.
Turkish people. I had a couple of my friends are turkey burgers.
Part of
yeah,
my bit.
I
Right,
like
that's my
Turkish
bit.
people.
Yeah, me too.
None of you thought that Amazon story was very, very
I loved it.
entertaining.
I thought it was great. I
Didn't
thought
give me
that's a
anything.
good bit.
I thought it was interesting.
I thought it was fascinating that you used their standard service and not their robot service.
It's not out yet.
Oh well,
I'll tell you
be
this.
the judge of that.
Let me tell you who the real turkeys are. When people are retro listening to these podcasts, and that's all,
Yeah,
drones are the talk, and it's all that we're going to be like, oh, what idiots Greg and Brendan were.
yeah, exactly.
Of course they have retinal scans.
Everyone's getting bananas.
Nah, no one's going to get a banana, though.
I mean, I think that yes, maybe some things will be delivered by drone at some point.
Okay,
but
there we go.
Not for years and years. The infrastructural challenges of. I mean, where's the drone coming from? It can only
DC,
bring
Washington,
one package
DC.
at once.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fucking nightmare.
No, they're like contact lenses. You know what I mean? Like they just die, like a bee sting. Like when
Contact
a bee,
lenses just die.
no,
and a bee
you know,
sting.
like when
Throw
a
them
bee,
away. He's saying.
when a bee stings you and then it dies like 30 seconds after. That's what it's like. Like it delivers you a package and then it just
And then it
once it
dies.
knows that it delivered the package, it explodes itself.
Because it's going to be a free for all.
That's
People are
the
going
most
to be
dangerous
stealing
thing
everyone's
ever.
packages. You get your hands on one of these drones.
They have
you take it down.
dude.
Yeah.
What
There's
are you
no-
not getting with the retinal scanners?
You can't
They do the
have
retinal scanners.
exploding helicopters.
They're 10, 12 feet in the air.
10, 12 feet.
12
3
feet,
feet
yeah.
above the normal height of a human.
Yes, and lower
9
than
feet
all
tall
of the
person.
electrical wires and the infrastructure of our electricity
Right
grid.
through Mack trucks.
Yeah,
Right into
10,
bridges.
12 feet in the air. These things are blowing up.
Hitting Manute Bowl right in the head.
They're blowing up like contact lenses.
Blowing up.
No, I just mean they're disposable. That's what I meant. They're disposable.
not
You get rid of these
cost-effective.
things.
With
So
the,
that's yeah. So what? So I don't. Okay. Well, those are the major problems.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's been
We'll
the Rad
work through
Dudecast for today. Just kidding. But that would have been a nice way to end it if we weren't 13 minutes in. I got another story.
Yeah.
All right.
This one isn't as good as the last one, so it's really going to die.
Okay.
But I want to tell you how I got these cans.
Headphones.
The new cans,
Yeah,
these new headphones.
You've been getting a lot of new headphones lately.
Well, not really. Only one pair that's been rotating. So I always have a scam, right?
Always.
Well, I pulled through on one. So I got these. So I had a Target, bought those old headphones.
Those are nice.
Not happy with them. They were too bassy. I need more of a studio sound. I want real crisp, actual noises. That's what I want. Add bass. What am I? Some kind of fucking ghetto clown?
Dickhead.
Yeah.
You sound like a real old guy there saying, what am I, some kind of ghetto clown?
Well, that's
Yeah.
John Leguizamo's new special. You grabbed a branch.
Well, that's the problem nowadays. You can't refer to kids in the ghetto without everyone just think you're trying to say black people. I'm not saying black people. I'm saying
I know
the
you
kids
weren't.
in the goddamn ghetto.
no one thought you were
No
saying
one thought
black
that.
people.
Because you said like an old man. I thought we were talking about Donald Sterling because he doesn't like black people.
No, Donald Sterling, that's a
No.
whole different thing. Yeah.
Oh, all right. We'll get into that after this story.
Yeah.
I got a whole list of things to talk about in this podcast, but we are really taking our time.
What
We're
about-
having
yeah,
a
but I gotta do
naturally
my
good
segment,
podcast?
too.
No.
Oh, you don't have a
This is
segment.
Yeah,
literally-
I do.
Your segment is literally you saying you have a segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
This is your segment right now. I hope you enjoy it because we're in it.
Mr. Speedboat.
We're in it. You fucking, you
Mr.
fucking
Speedboat.
interrupted Greg's story about the cans. Great
For
primo
Mr.
story. That's an actual story, mind you, for a thing called Mr. Speedboat,
Mr.
which I give you my word is nothing more than the words Mr. Speedboat.
Yeah, you might have a head on.
Maybe. Maybe.
All right, hold on to that because I'm very interested in the can scan.
Yeah, I am too.
So hold
can
on to
scam.
Mr. Speedboat. Let's see how Greg got these new. He's got these beautiful black skull candy headphones on. They look nice.
Primo.
Yeah.
So I bought some ones on clearance at Target for $30
Mm-hmm.
and got myself the little protection plan. Now, the protection plan, they give you new headphones of that value. Not price, that value. So I spent $30 on them, but if new ones come out and those break, they give me the new headphones at whatever price they are. So you understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
So what I did here was I lost the wire to those old headphones.
Yeah.
Okay, which I didn't lose them. I just left them at my mom's house.
Sure.
Now I know those headphones are clearance and they're all gone. So I call up the old company and they say, "Well, you're in within 30 days of having them. Just return them and get new ones." So I go up to the guy and say, "Listen, I want to return these." And the guy was like, "Well, we don't have those. The only ones we have are these $150 pair, but, I'll just give you a $30 pair." And I said, "Hey, pal, the value of these ranging way over $70, maybe $100. And the guy says, "I don't know nothing for nothing, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk to my manager." Manager, he must be high on some kind of drugs, weed. He's too lazy to talk to us. He just goes, "Do whatever." Guy gives me the $150 headphones.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And
That's
my
great.
mom is mailing me the wire back. So now I have 2 extra wires. So I got a
That's
headphone,
great.
2 wires.
You can't have enough wires.
You got to have enough wires.
Got to have 1,000 wires.
Well, you
So-
guys do have a drawer under your television that's just filled exclusively with wires.
Because I've been doing this kind of scam for a long time.
Sexual activities.
No, that didn't.
Really?
I don't know what that had to do with anything.
You're using wires for sex?
Oh,
you
wires
wire
for
'em up.
sex.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying other things.
Oh. No, I don't know. I was just saying stuff.
I will say I like that scam. I also
That's a
think
great scam.
that we're maybe 15 minutes into the podcast, you've already admitted to 2 possible crimes.
What was the first one?
Well, you can't just give a package to a guy because he says it's his package. That's just
Well,
some type of mail
the
fraud.
actual guy left it at my house. It was not my house.
Well, that's his fault, too. He did a crime, you did a crime.
Yeah, then they cancel each other out in court.
That's true.
What do you think if I bought a PS4 on Amazon? Say I never got it. They give it to me. Now I have 2. Return 1.
Wait.
That's pretty good, right?
What?
What?
That guy easily had a package delivered to me.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I say, "Hey, I never got my PS4, man."
Oh, right.
Then
I
they
think
go,
for a higher value package, they may have some sort of
"Signature?"
Signature.
Yeah, I have old Joe Schmo sign it with nothing. He signs "fuck your mother" on the fucking thing. But it's really a friend of mine. I'm gonna give you a controller.
Pretty good. I'll do it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's great.
You think they deliver cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Get
likely.
2 Maseratis.
You can get them in parts, and then you put it together at home.
That's the kind of shit that makes me like you.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Now
order a
we're gonna build our
muffler
own
from
car.
Taiwan. You order some
That's how Batman.
steering wheel from India.
That's how Batman made the Bat costume.
That's what Johnny Cash did in that song.
Really?
The character in the song.
Oh, I hate that song.
Was working at the Cadillac factory for 30 years. He'd just steal a part every week, taking it home in his lunchbox, build himself a Cadillac.
That's great.
Yeah.
How do you get a tire home in your lunchbox?
Well, that's why a lot of people that think that song may not be based in reality.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get a hood.
You cut it. Cut it and glue it.
You got to get a hood. How you getting a hood home?
What's that?
Actually, I'm going to
Parts.
go ahead and say that 90% of the car you can't take in your lunch bag.
Well, maybe he's taking in other stuff. Maybe he's got a big sort of. He may have maybe posed as having a disability where he had a big wheelchair or something.
So
You
you're-
don't need all those parts.
No.
You need the essentials.
Wheels.
Engine, wheel. Oh, well.
Grease.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
What do you need?
No, I was going to say knobs. You can take like knobs.
Yeah.
I think they should have more cars where you stand up while you're driving.
I love that. Yeah, why not? Like a
You
jet
know,
ski.
Feel more
alert.
Alert. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
now we
stand
interrupt
up.
here as both of you say more cars, as I've never seen one car that you drive while you stand up.
Yeah,
So-
I guess I've never seen it either.
Well, if
Why
anyone's
isn't that a thing?
Yeah,
I
if
love
anyone's
that.
listening who designs cars, think about that. You know,
Yeah.
people. It's the future. People care about health. They're standing up at their desk. They've got treadmill desks.
Yeah.
Put a car where you stand, like a jet ski.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe with a treadmill too. So you're going double the speed.
Yeah, double
so
the speed.
Literally, you could just walk
Yeah.
and do the same thing. Well, a
No.
car moves
No,
fast.
Because the car
moving
moves
fast,
faster,
yeah.
but you'd still be getting exercise.
Nobody wants exercise.
I love a good size.
No, but it's good. Yeah, it's good for your endorphins.
Get your endorphins going.
All right. You're all right. I'm going to write down endorphins as another word Anthony said that he didn't know.
No, he knows it. A lot of people.
I know what endorphins
One
are.
of my favorite things about Anthony is he plays into this. He fosters a sense of underestimating his mental acuity. But he's a architect.
Do you know why he does that?
Anthony's a fucking known architect.
Yeah, an architect of lies. He does that because he's short. And that's what short people do. They want you to underestimate them.
He's not even short.
Muggsy, shrimp. Look at him.
He's not a shrimp. How tall are you? 5'8"?
5'3".
5'5".
You're not 5'5".
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you carry yourself much taller
Yeah,
than
that's
you
what
are.
that is. What people say.
But he
That's great.
underestimated-
Carrying myself with the confidence of somebody 5'8".
Yeah, I never would have believed you're 5'5".
But this is a
Yeah,
compliment.
most people don't.
Short people are going to do that to you. They're going to make you think, oh, they're worthless. But then he's going to hit you with 5 threes right over your face.
Yeah,
That's what he's trying to do. But I see right through it.
I don't.
Well,
I'm taken with it every time.
Okay, let's move on to the next segment, which is the Donald
Mr.
Sterling
Speedboat.
Oh, the Mr. Speedboat. We're going to move right on to Mr. Speedboat.
let's
I'm
do
gonna
that
write
at the
down.
end, though, because I think that's a good closer.
No, that is not a good
give
closer.
You some time to think about
barely
what it is.
Yeah, it's barely an opener.
Donald Sterling, of course, the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers today. The commissioner of the NBA banned him for life from the NBA. They're going to attempt to force him to sell the team after his mistress secretly recorded him making racial comments, not despicable comments, but not, it wasn't like. It wasn't that the language was super. I don't know. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but it was just this despicable idea that she shouldn't be bringing black people to the game. She shouldn't be posting pictures of herself with black people, including Magic Johnson. Basically, just standard sort of insane old guy racist fodder. And that's
Sure.
what sort of surprised me a little bit, how outraged everyone was. I very rarely
Verily.
I very rarely meet an 80-year-old who's not racist. Mm-hmm. I think most old people are just racist, which is
Yeah.
bad. And that doesn't excuse Donald Sterling. It just makes me surprised how surprised we were. Like, yeah, he's just an old piece of shit.
Yeah. But what do you think the owner of a basketball team is going to be? He's going to be an old piece of shit.
Well, no, I think
One
some
way or
of
the
them
other.
might be okay. A lot of them came out very strongly against Donald Sterling and were really, obviously because they don't want to be lumped into that, but I think
Yeah.
some of them are probably okay guys.
Can I say my issue with this?
Yeah.
I don't like this idea that you can just record. I mean, like, what he did was bad. I have no excuse for people just being like bigots. I think they're terrible people. But you can't just, you're recording people privately. Like, that's like almost hating someone for something, a thought they had in their head. Like, he was talking to his mistress, a woman he loves or who he's with or whatever. Like, you have those
Yeah, but
thoughts.
aren't cops allowed to wire people?
If you
With
have a
a
warrant.
warrant.
Oh, she didn't have a warrant.
Yeah, but you don't need a warrant for private life. Like, you couldn't take him to court over it, but this is not a court of law. This is a private company, the NBA.
Can I get a warrant?
No,
Okay.
You can get a Warren Holstein.
That settles it.
that's true.
Those are free.
I see where you're coming from, Greg, but I think, first of all,
Where's he going?
that reveals his character. Whether he
Yeah.
knew he was, just because he didn't know he was being recorded, I don't like anyone that says those things.
Did he come out and say this is bullshit? Or
No,
he
I mean,
said-
he admitted it was him.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
just said, he admitted it was him.
They
and
don't
then-
reflect my views.
And then they came out with a statement that it didn't reflect his views, which is crazy. It literally is your views. You said it. It's a thing you said.
Yeah,
Those
but
are
you're
your
not
views.
allowed to have those views.
You're allowed legally.
I just don't like that people. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I don't like that you can shut people down for having views that are different from your own, whether they're wrong or right.
Well, I think the bottom line is you can't legally, unless it's a hate crime or slander.
Yeah.
But this isn't a legal issue. This is a company, the NBA. So in other words, if you own a company,
Yeah.
you can fire your employees for having views that you deem to be
Different religion.
no.
I mean,
That's illegal.
I think that's
discrimination.
I think this is what this is. This might be discrimination against a guy who's discriminating. Like,
You're
I think
allowed
they're
to do that,
they're
though.
discriminating against a guy because he has views that are different than their views.
Yeah, but his views are vile and outrageous and hurtful. So you're allowed.
Can you
and
not
you
say-
can't make any proof. He has no grounds to prove like you're discriminating against me based on my religion or my creed or my age. No, I'm discriminating against you because you are a hurtful, bad person, and that's allowed.
Well, let me say that if you had views saying that I'm an extreme Catholic or Christian and I believe that homosexuals are evil, it's the same thing. They have these views. you have. I mean, I think those views are just as bad as this guy's views.
Right, and you could now it'd be harder to see it happening in this country, but you could, if someone came out and said that, you could get rid of them in a private company. You absolutely could.
They'd have a bigger. I think
they'd have a bigger problem.
They have a major lawsuit coming at them.
Well, I mean,
because I think that's discrimination.
It remains to be seen if Donald Sterling is going to fight it or go quietly. But people are saying that he potentially has grounds for a lawsuit. It'd be a shitty lawsuit, and it's just going to make him look like more of an asshole.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're right. There are people who are arguing the flip side to that. And in fact, Mark Cuban, the owner of the Mavericks, was the only guy to come out against taking his team away. And his point was a lot like your point. He said his views are despicable. It's disgusting. But that's a slippery slope if we start taking teams away from people who we don't like what they have to say.
Be right in the Red Scare, right again.
Yeah.
Calling people communists.
It's rough because it's like, well, your employees don't feel comfortable working there. You know what I mean? I don't know that, next year, if they would... they're in the playoffs now. They're not going to stop playing now.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know that, you have a head coach who's black, you have a bunch of players who are black. I don't know that they feel comfortable working, under an owner who doesn't like them.
Well, I'm sorry, real quick, to throw that as a comedian, you know how many clubs we all work for, who owners,
Sure.
it's like, you're a fucking despicable person, but I'll take that $20 spot you got. You're giving me an opportunity to fucking play in the NBA.
Right.
It's like...
But this is happening in public.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing.
I agree with you with the discriminant. That is a slippery slope. I just think that, I don't know, for something like this, you got to take a big action.
You have
because
to.
it's larger. It becomes larger than this, isolated incident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and let's also put it in perspective, okay? They're not. So basically today, Donald Sterling was banned forever.
Yeah.
They didn't take his team away. They can't do that. The NBA is pressuring the board, so the owner's board, to force him to sell his team. So in other words, they can never.
He can't go to a meeting or he can't go to his own games.
No, he can't go anywhere. He can't go to the Clippers facilities. He can't go to the games. He can't be involved in the NBA in any way. But as of today, he can still own the team. Now, going forward, what they're going to try and do is force him out through the owner's vote, and they will. That's going to happen. But let's keep it in perspective. They're not just going to take his team away. He's going to sell a team that he bought for $17 million.
Right.
He's going to sell that team that's currently valued at $500 million.
Wow.
So
he's
going to be all right.
Yeah, and he's also a billionaire.
And I hate to defend these people, but, I mean, to be honest with you, if
But you're not
nothing
defending him. You're defending a policy.
Yeah.
Just right on what you're saying is not allowing him into a basketball game. To me, it's like, I don't like the way you think. You're not allowed to cut. Like, what if someone just came up to me and said, I don't like atheists. You can't come to a Knicks game.
But
you're denying him access to something.
I think
based on his views.
I would say you're making a false, not false. You're making an exaggerated metaphor. Like, you have to keep in mind that we're people and we're able to judge how extreme or not extreme views are. Like, yes, I don't think that. Of course, that's wrong. You're an atheist. You can't come. But is it wrong if someone goes to the game and yells the N-word at every player and you say, you're banned from this arena for life? No, I don't think that's wrong. And I think that's more along the lines of how
But he didn't do that. He got recorded talking with his own wife.
Right, but he got recorded making sort of vile, racist generalities, and this is a league that's built. The NBA is a black league.
Yeah.
It really is. You know,
yeah.
it's I don't know what percentage of players that the money that's being put in his pocket is from his black employees for the most part. And so if you can't have a fucking guy owning a basketball team with those views.
Let me say this, that if you're a racist, let me say this, it's even crazier. If you're a child molester and you don't act on it or watch child pornography, but it's in your head that, like, I am attracted to children, and you don't act on it, I have no problem with you. If you're a racist and you don't act on it, as long as he's hiring people and firing people based on all normal merit, God knows he's probably not or whatever, but he's a racist, and he's only confining people. Mistress, that was a woman he's probably in love with. Only confining those views with that person. If he's not acting on any of that shit, I don't know that I have a problem with it.
Well, here's I
You're allowed to
understand
have
what
any
you're
views
saying.
you have.
Yeah, that's interesting. But here's the thing: I think it's safe to assume he didn't become a racist overnight. So he was having those views, and everyone was fine with it for the 30 years that he's on the Clippers. He fucked up. He put it on tape, and that if you're gonna have crazy racist views like that, well, then you better know enough to keep it to your fucking self. And yeah, she taped him and whatever, but that's on you. Like, figure it out. Because you know the way public image is and the way businesses run, a business can't afford to have a fucking lunatic like that just publicly owning a team and nothing happening. I would take what Anthony said a step further. He said they're not going to stop playing this year because they're in the playoffs. I think if the NBA hadn't come down as hard as they would today, I think there was a chance that the Clippers would have made an even stronger protest because they were getting a lot of heat. People were mad that their protest of turning their practice, their warm-up jerseys inside out wasn't strong enough. They were getting a lot of heat for that they're kind of rolling over. And I think there's a chance that if the NBA would have came down light on him today, they may have sat out a game or staged a protest.
And I would have loved
that. If they
that.
won this series, I think that, maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's an amazing thing to do, but I think that's great because that's all people making their own personal decisions. That's people saying, I'm not going to play for a guy like this, and that I agree with.
Well, but that's why the NBA has had to respond so strongly because everyone has said that. Everyone has basically said, all of the owners have said, I won't be, other than Mark Cuban, everyone said, I don't want this guy.
I know.
As part of our
it
thing.
sucks because I don't know how to feel. Because I would, if nothing happened, I would be furious. I would be like, how the fuck are we just letting this rich motherfucker be a racist guy? But then when you take something, I just don't like fucking banning people's views, right or wrong.
Right. And you bring up a good point. I think part of me feels the same way you do, but I think in this instance, I'm very comfortable with it. But I also fully understand your argument because it is a dangerous line where it's like, well, wait a second. We live in a capitalist system. Yeah. He made whatever his money and fucking bought a basketball team. And if he's a lunatic, who are we to tell him he can't be? But I think in this instance,
they have to step in. The NBA is a money-making industry.
Yeah.
You're relying on a population of black people who not only play, but also who watch and are fans. So if you're letting a guy like that do whatever, then you run the risk of losing a large percentage of your fan base.
Huge amount of money.
So they're like, regardless, like they're not going to take that risk.
Yeah.
Like that's a financial decision as well as it is like a moral decision.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, I agree. All right. You guys want to move on to reviews?
Yeah.
That was a very exciting conversation. We got a little
good conversation. Yeah,
nice. Anthony's viewing.
Hopefully, Donald Sterling is listening. And
I was going to be funny because you stood in the corner and had very intense views. But I don't think legally you made any action. You mean you said a few things, but I thought it was kind of funny because I felt like you were so in the conversation.
Legally, I didn't. What?
No, legally, nothing you said will stand legally.
Legally, none of those things were sentences. A bunch of yap gibberish.
No, it's funny.
I don't know. I like to take it all in.
Yeah, no, it was really cool because you were very in the conversation. But okay, that doesn't make sense. I'm going to move on. Okay, this next segment is the Rad Dudecast. We're going to go on an approval rating, right? You want to take this up, Brendan? I'm not really sure how to explain
Well, a lot of people have been asking us. They're the Rad Duders, they're Dudecasters, and what they want to know, they're out there, they're living their lives, they're doing activities, they're buying products, and they want to know, is this Rad Dudecast approved?
Rad Dudecast approved.
You know, and I've been getting a lot of individual. I know we've all been getting emails. Is this approved by the Rad Dudecast? And what we thought we'd do is we'd go through some things, we'll talk it out, and we'll come down on a final vote. Rad Dudecast approved or Rad Dudecast disapproved.
Nice.
So, Greg, start us off.
All right, so I'm going to ask. Let me just make one more note here on my sheet here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to throw out one.
You just wrote down the letter T.
Yeah, that's for me to remember.
What?
Don't spoil it. Spoiler alert, okay? I didn't know what
That was your
letter.
note.
Yeah, I was going to ask everybody what they thought of the letter T.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
No, actually, I wasn't. But after you said that, I think maybe that's better than what I thought. I've also been writing down things that you've been saying, like endorphins and Mr. Speedboat,
Oh, yeah.
to make fun of you later about them.
Well, you're not going to be making fun of Mr. Speedboat when we're all playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's first up for Rad Dudecast seal of approval?
Okay, well, this comes from Leonard Haskins of, what is this, Senator, Ohio. He wants to know if he should go to the Boston market.
Boston
Are we approving
market.
the Boston market? Now, do you guys have stories or anything? You've never been there.
Well, I remember.
thoughts?
I actually remember when Boston Market first came out.
Yeah.
It was called something different, wasn't
Boston Rotisserie.
it? Yeah, Boston Rotisserie.
that's right.
I remember when it first came out, and my personal experience with Boston Market is I loved it when it first came out.
Uh-huh.
I then had some sort of gross experiences with it, I would say, in the late 90s.
Okay.
Mid to late 90s. And then recently...
What was the gross experience?
Just bad food.
Oh, okay.
Just gross, bad food. Seems like been sitting out forever.
Uh-huh.
Felt sick afterwards. And then recently, thanks to you, Greg, I've fallen back in love with Boston Market. I think for the price, it's a phenomenal meal.
Yeah.
It's a step. It really is a step above fast food. For me, you're getting nothing but approval.
Nice. That's one approval for the
One
Boston
approval.
market. Anthony, how do you feel of 1A?
Started strong, and then I thought it did get weak for years.
Yeah.
And I think it's back, and it's real strong. I get mad.
Tell us.
I get mad that none of the people who work there, they don't do Boston accents.
Well, this
Why
is
don't they do it?
You know, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
You know, maybe I could tell
Would
you.
you like a chicken?
That's certainly not a Boston accent.
Yeah, sorry to our Bostonians listening to it at
Yeah.
home if we offended you.
Would you like a chicken and a side?
Wait,
Well, what?
what is that all about? No, I don't know. It wasn't.
I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like. But that'd
hear
be
you.
fun.
That's wicked awesome.
That's a
That's-
wicked good chicken. You got to
neither-
eat it.
Neither very good. I don't.
What do you say?
How about
Approve?
some beans?
They got a great deal right now. They got a $7.99
I know this
deal
deal.
where you get chicken or something.
Half chicken.
And you have chicken and two sides.
Two sides.
What a deal.
And cornbread.
They got that great song. Boston chicken good.
Really?
I think
I
we
don't-
made
That
that
sounded
up.
pretty good.
It sounded great, but I don't think I've never heard it before in my life.
So what are you going to give
So
it?
you approve or
Boston
disapprove?
Approve or
chicken
disapprove?
good.
Do you
No,
approve?
that's not that song. That's another song. It's
Yeah, he's clearly got it song.
mixed up with something.
What?
Do you approve?
Yeah, I love that place. That's
Okay,
probably my favorite place.
Two approves, Greg?
Two approves. Well, I mean, you know, I got to tell you right off the bat, of course, I eat there at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing the Saturday. You go in there, they give you a buy one, get one free with a receipt. Did you know that? You get a free
Wow.
one.
Oh, what a deal.
But let me tell you, they'll send you the email. They'll email you too much on their list, and they don't ever give you a coupon.
Oh, really?
So that's kind of annoying.
You got to get off their
They
list.
made that in the accent in the emails. Hey, mate, how you doing today?
Now I don't even know
that's
what you're doing.
Outback. That's Outback. All right, so I'm going to give it approval.
You're gonna,
So the Rad Dudecast officially approves of their first in
Boston
history.
Market.
Boston Market is a AAA approval.
AAA approval.
AAA
yeah, that's how
approval.
it goes. It's you can only get a AA or a AAA. AA is when 2 vote yes, 1
Yeah.
votes no.
What if one guy just votes it?
Then it's disapproved, baby.
That's a denial.
That's a denial.
That's a
Yeah,
double
yeah.
down D.
That's a double down D. Okay.
Who's got one?
Next up, you want to get one, or should I get
No,
one?
you go. Well, let's go around the rosy. We all have our stack of letters here.
Wait,
have to
were we
open up.
supposed to write down?
No, you're supposed to go through your mail. We have a bunch of letters. You're supposed
Yeah.
to get some letters out of the bag.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll go through my bag.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
and get your letters.
Okay.
Tinser Kronheim from Los Altos writes, so I've been, my girl has been popping a finger in my ass while we're getting intimate.
Sure.
And I don't know if that's Rad Dudecast approved, getting a finger popped in your ass.
What you go first, Brendan.
Well, I went first last time, so Anthony, maybe take
We'll go
it.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I've never done it, but it's fine. I
Do
don't
you
know.
approve, disapprove? You've never gotten
never
a finger
got a finger in
popped
the
in your
ass?
ass.
No, I never. It's just always. It's horrible down there.
Yeah.
I feel bad, and then it'll get close, and then I'll like it's too much of a jolt. I've never done it, but I'm not like against it. Sure.
So do you approve or disapprove?
Yeah, approve.
That's one approved. Insert Greg.
One approval. Let me write this down. I'm writing down all the things that are approved.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you this. You know my stance on this. Everyone knows my stance on this. Gay men love it. Lesbians love it. Straight women love it. The only people who have issues seem to have issue with it. Straight men. That's 1 out of 5. We got to be the problem here.
Yeah.
I often think that you're not a liberal New York Democrat unless you've tried to attempt to stick something in your own ass. So, AA, I give it an approval.
All right. I will say I'm getting a finger popped in my ass while intimate with a lady.
Yeah.
I don't approve.
Don't approve.
I do not approve. I insist.
That's a AA.
Yeah. I insist. You're not living.
I'll tell you this, though. I've never had it, though. Truth be told, one girl tried to do it once, and I was too young to really
What are you
acknowledge.
fucking idiots living in?
I've been in a
You're
relationship
not
for
getting
5
a
years.
finger
And this
popped
is
up your
a real
ass.
prude.
That's
Yeah,
like
I
a
know.
guy.
I gotta just go with it.
That's like a guy
I get
who's
right
been,
to the diving board, and then I'm too scared to
You're
get in
like
the pool.
a guy that's
Not
been
scared,
using
it's
one
just
eye
like,
his whole life.
it's
Why
too
shut down your
shocking.
senses?
Yeah.
Use
Yeah,
all
I'm
of
into
your
it.
senses.
I'm going to clean it real good tonight, and I'm going to have it done to me tonight.
Yeah.
How do you bring that up? Tita, do
Go
that?
for it.
Yeah.
Go in there.
Weird.
Get in there.
It's not weird.
No,
Well,
everybody
because
does
you're
it.
asking her to potentially put her finger in shit.
That's why you got to clean
No,
it
you
real
gotta
good
clean
the
it
night
out.
before.
You can't clean out your intestines?
Yeah, you
No,
eat
you're
real
not
good the
way
night
up there.
before.
Yeah.
You got to eat a good diet the night before.
Do you have a special toothbrush you wear?
Yep.
Stick your
You
finger
do an
up? I don't
underwear
know.
with bristles.
See, I'm nervous about that. I don't know how I'd bring that up.
Well, we just brought it up. So what you do, you put this on a
Make her listen to it.
You put this on a podcast on a little iPod for her.
Yeah.
Put that on the pillow, wrap a little ribbon around it, and you're all set.
I'll tell you this. One time a girl asked me to urinate on her, and I didn't do it. I should have did it.
That's the thing. With these kind of things, you just have always got to say yes.
You
'Cause
just
you
gotta
never
say
know.
yes.
It could be
Yeah.
your thing.
Never turn down a trip.
Although,
Yeah, never turn down a trip.
yeah.
You don't know where you're going.
This from the man who said earlier in the podcast, nothing I hate worse than road trips. But his policy is apparently never turn down a
If
trip.
it's a flight.
The hand of the king approves.
Now, did have a turn down situation. Girl asked me to punch her in the face one time.
Yeah.
Now, but I don't think she knew what she was dealing with. Like, no, you can't punch. Like, if you want a little smack around, fine.
All
Not
right.
my thing, but if that's what you're into. But you punch someone, that's damaging.
Yeah.
And let me say this.
I'll really hurt you.
I'll
I'm
tell you
sorry.
from life experience, that girl's just looking to set you up with some rape charges. Beat up charges.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
saying rape
true.
charges. That sounds kind of harsh.
Yeah.
I apologize. But I will say that what she's going to do is she's going to say, look, I got a black eye now. You got to give me all the money in your wallet.
Yep.
I'm going to the police.
Yeah.
That's why you got to check IDs.
That's right. You got to check IDs.
Because
So-
if they are
Photograph them.
under 18, you can get in trouble.
That's true.
Okay.
But if they're over 18, that's a fist fight.
So far, AAA approved by the Rad Dudecast. Boston Market getting a finger popped in.
Yeah,
your ass.
incorrect. Finger in the ass is AA improved.
Oh, yeah, because I give. No, but
It
that was
insisted.
a fancy way of me
Oh,
saying
that's
I
fun.
approve.
Punch in the face. Are we approving that? Disapproved.
To punch a lady in the face in
If she
30
asks.
seconds?
Yeah, I mean, it came up.
Disapprove.
Anthony.
Punch in the face?
Yeah, girl asks you punch
If
in
she
the face.
loves it and I love her,
You're going to approve?
sure.
So this is getting a dad. Disapprove, approve, disapprove. We're giving that a rating of an approval.
Disapproved.
That's
Yeah.
a dad. Okay, Anthony, you have any letters in your mailbag?
Yeah, I got to go through it, though.
Oh, God, well, you had all that time.
He's got.
Do you want me to
it's
do one?
Right there. It's on that sheet.
Nope.
I see it on the sheet, but he won't look at it with his eyes.
Okay. Up. I got it.
All right.
My hands. This comes to us from Osama bin Laden
Osama.
from Islamabad. No relation.
Thank God. Well, you don't
He
approve of
would
him.
like to know
Rad Dudecast is not approving Osama bin Laden.
how
No.
you guys feel about civilian strikes?
Civilian
Let me
strikes.
write this down.
Yep.
Civilian
Strikes.
So I'm
So-
assuming you mean a military tactic where you attack civilians.
No, that's all he wrote.
Well, I'm going to disapprove pretty much
Alrighty.
without much discussion on my end.
Well,
Greg?
I'm going to say civilian strikes. He could be referring to civilians going on strike as being civilians.
Yeah, this isn't the guy. This isn't the guy that allegedly did, whatever.
Right. So, Greg, you're thinking something different. I've already disapproved, but interesting line of thinking.
Yeah, Anthony,
Yeah,
what's your
that's what I
stats?
think. I think that's what Greg means. So you're not for the working man.
Well, I'm going to just still play it safe and disapprove.
Well, that's fine.
What's you saying?
I think it's civilian strikes. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Approval. So we're going to go
workers,
on a
the
double
wages,
A approval.
The wages they pay these workers.
But we don't know what he meant.
Today's economy.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Have you ever been to a factory in
I have.
Pittsburgh?
I'm for strikes. I'm for unions and workers' rights. I just don't like the way it was phrased.
I went on a factory tour.
Anthony, I've never heard those called civilian strikes. I really haven't.
What?
Just a strike.
Going
A
on
workers' strike. I've never heard called a civilian strike.
Wait, what's a civilian strike?
When the writers went on strike, remember that? The Hollywood writers, they went on strike. They called that a writer's strike.
Right.
So when civilians go on strike...
Hollywood writers are civilians.
Fine. But civilians like you and me, they go on strike from life.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Like a vacation. When you take a nap, that's a civilian strike.
Okay, so
That's like
you're
going on
saying
strike
you're for
about
naps.
being awake.
Yeah.
You're going on strike against being awake.
Exactly.
I still think our listener meant a military tactic of attacking non-combatants, and I disapprove. But I can see where there's some wordplay involved, and we're just choosing to interpret.
I went on a factory tour last year in Pittsburgh, and I met with such conditions. I never thought I'd seen anything like this in my life.
That's not true.
Everybody had coal marks.
What life does he think he's living? Where he's going to factories and they're letting him in, and they're giving him tours, and he's seeing.
No, you
for
go-
what purpose?
you go-
What purpose is Anthony DeVito getting to witness these factories and workers?
Because they asked me to come to see the conditions. Because a couple of them wrote me emails. And they said, you got to get down here. This is not good. This isn't safe. So I went down there, and I said...
Small-town comedian Anthony DeVito.
Yeah, they
On
saw
the
me on
case.
YouTube. And a couple workers, they said, man, you're like a working man yourself. And then they said, get down here. You got to check this out. Maybe you could tell people, New York crowds, about the situation down here. And I never was able to write a bit about it, so help me God. But that was a scene down there.
I mean,
All right.
I
So
I believe it.
with my registered disapproval and protest, the Rad Dudecast does in fact approve of civilian strikes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Moving right along. Who's up next? Who's got their letter open?
I'm still very curious to know what Greg is just writing down. This whole podcast.
I've got another letter.
This is my new thing.
He's been taking scrupulous notes. With what he's going to do with them, I don't know.
I think this is good. It keeps me on target.
Greg, you've got. Wait, are we still going around in the circle?
Yeah, we're going to go
What
around.
do you got?
What do you got?
I have.
Oh, I could do mine.
I have a listener tweeted at me. This is from Revnal Scrims. Wrote, the Rad Dudecast. What do you think about high socks?
High socks.
And it's interesting because here's what's going on with me. For years, I mean, my whole life, I was an ankle sock man.
Yeah.
I was a low cut. The lower cut, the better.
Yeah.
I loved an ankle sock. It itched me when I had to pull up a high sock. It didn't feel good. I didn't like them scrunched.
Yeah.
I didn't like them pulled up. And only in the last year, I don't know if this is something that happens with age, I'm a huge fan of a high sock. I pull them up high, about mid-calf level, and I just really like it. I feel it gives my calves a little added strength.
Yeah.
It keeps me in. So I approve of a high sock.
Okay, let me write that down.
Write that down.
Let me tell you mine. Let me go right to mine because I'll tell you this. Mine is ready. I am nothing more than an ankle sock man. Okay, I love a low sock.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something about high socks. They're just high socks that aren't yet ready to be low socks. Because eventually they always give up, and they sag down to the low. So I love a high sock because it's potential. It's potential for a great low sock in your future.
I don't know if I did. I was moved by your emotion. I don't know if I disagree. If I agree, because that's not a low sock. That's going to be a scrunched up high sock. You're not clean and fresh down there. You got to scrunch.
A scrunched up low sock is a double barrel low sock.
I hate that. I hate it. You feel like a workout video girl.
Yeah, I like it fully pulled up.
So you don't like a high sock.
So you approve?
No, I don't like a high sock.
You're going to disapprove of a low sock. Mm-hmm. I'm going to disapprove of a high sock as well.
Wow, we disapprove.
Triple Ds.
Which is weird because you're your endorsement seemed to be nothing but
It was,
approval.
but Anthony's really kind of turned me.
Turned you. Okay.
Anthony turned me. Let me go.
I feel like a goddamn workout lady.
Boy, is my face red? Do I have a foot in my mouth? Because what did I give you two? But for Christmas, but both. I gave you both 3 packs of high socks.
Yeah, but
now I find you say to me, I disapprove of the gifts you give unto me.
Yeah, but some of those are cool colors.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Cool color outweighs whatever length your sock is.
All right.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Coming in from Lando Sando from Miglin Creek, he wants to know, what do we think of lambskin condoms?
First of all, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to all of our listeners in Miglin Creek. I get the geographical information, the breakdown every week, and we are off the charts in Miglin.
Yeah, where's that? That's in Michigan, right?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
I read it, but I ripped it up the letter immediately.
Lambskin condom. Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
They don't work. They don't work as a prophylactic. You can still get pregnant through a lambskin condom.
What?
And you can still get a disease through a lambskin condom. But
I mean, the mic
he's
is
just urinating.
The mic is picking that
Anthony's just urinating right during the
Really?
podcast.
Yeah, you it sounds like you have the mic on your penis.
I mean, you're literally putting the mic in the toilet. Put the mic in the toilet. Put the mic next to your urine stream to see if there's any discernible difference.
No, because then he's going to get urine on the mouthpiece, and I'm going to have to use that mic accidentally next week.
Yeah.
I had it covered. I didn't think you could hear it. That's why I had it covered.
Well,
we're here. Lambskin condoms, Brendan.
okay. So, do they work as condoms? No.
Uh-huh.
But they are so widely known as not working. It's become such a just common knowledge, conventional wisdom that of course a lambskin condom doesn't work. That if you still have the balls to purchase and use a lambskin condom, well then I don't know what your game is, but I like what you're doing. Because you obviously got something cooking.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm going to go ahead and approve of them with the caveat that kids listening, I don't approve of them as a working prophylactic.
Yeah.
But I do approve of them as a thing because who knows what these yahoos are using lambskin condoms.
Allow me to piggyback that.
Yeah.
If you're the kind of man that is going to use the skin of another animal as some kind of intervagina penis device, you have truly dominated the beast.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I approve of beast domination on all accounts. Approved.
Yeah, lamb. Tastes good. Like a lamb. There you go.
Approved.
Man, I was really hoping you'd say lamb.
Lambskin
Tastes good.
condom.
Approved. But you play by your own rules. You'll never fall into the pattern we attempt to set.
Let me just do. We got a twofer right here.
A twofer?
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony's getting one.
Okay.
Hang on. We got from.
No. Because I got a letter.
You got one, but let me. This is a piggybacking. This one, we're gonna love it right away. This is from Domino Bridges from Bangkok, West India. He wants to know, what do we feel of beast domination? And I'll tell you, approved. That's a quick approval for me.
Nope.
Disapprove.
Disapprove.
2 disapprovals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to make a friend with a guy.
Yeah, you got to specify. I don't know what kind of beast. I'm not going to say across the board I approve of beast, and I admire your beast dominating.
You got to dominate over the beast.
But some beasts deserve to dominate us.
I think that's
a blue
what we
whale
screwed up from day one.
Never dominate a blue whale. Be dominated by a blue whale. That's things the size of 3 Greyhound buses.
Yeah, but if you dominate a blue whale, you own the ocean. So.
No, see, that's where you're wrong. That's what you think. But you don't own the ocean. Only God does.
That's
so
pretty
beast
fair.
domination, disapproved.
But it's strong approval on one guy might be.
But
Cool.
with a strong A.
ADA.
GAD.
Another dad.
GAD.
Big A.
Big A. All right.
Anthony?
you're
Okay,
next.
this comes to us from Kim Jong-un from
Another friend of Anthony's.
North Korea. And he wants to know, hey, what does everybody think about a mass
Read it.
What?
What's it say?
No, it's in Chinese. I gotta take my
all
time.
right.
That's interesting. A Korean that speaks Chinese.
Yeah, it is interesting. I don't know why he wrote it in Chinese.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he did.
I mean,
Mass
people are
what?
people.
Mass genocide.
Mass genocide. I'll write that
Well,
down. Let's take a
I'm
look
interested
here.
to see how you're going to skew this in order for yourself to approve of it. I think.
So am I, Brendan.
I think that there's really little wiggle room on that one,
I know that.
and I'm going to fervently disapprove of mass genocide.
I approve. I don't think that's what he means at all. Mass genocide.
Yeah, take it apart. Take it apart.
You think
Mass
that-
is a great thing.
you know,
Church.
That's exactly what he means. He probably mean a girl named Genocide, like an Irish girl, a big girl, a mass genocide. That's what he means. He means an Irish girl.
How do you feel about big fat Irish
big
chicks?
fat Irish chick. And I'd be remiss to say if I didn't love them, big and Irish.
Well, Anthony approves.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't like fat chicks or killing, so I'm going to disapprove.
Well,
No laughs on that, and I just feel like a dick. Okay, thanks, guys. 'Cause-
that is straight up mean. That's real mean.
all right, we got to wrap this baby up. Does anyone have another good one? Because we're at one. We are cooking through the hour.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Cooking
wrote another
through
one
the hour.
too.
All right, you guys want to get some good
How
ones
do you
down?
guys feel about the graves of innocence?
Graves of Innocence, I approve.
The what?
The graves of the innocents. Of the innocents or innocents?
Innocence.
Well, you have to
Like the
bury
grave of your
innocent,
innocence.
So if you're,
I mean, you're not talking to a microphone.
you
at all.
have to bury innocent people. So if you're gonna, they deserve graves. So I approve. I don't even know what you're getting at with this.
That's what I think.
So yes, approved. Now, Greg,
Triple A
do you
approval.
even wanna?
That's triple A approval.
Okay, I actually want to do some real plugs this week, if you don't mind. Is that
Okay, but before, let me just finish up this segment. And, I just want to let everyone know what is approved or disapproved this week by the Rad Dudecast. Boston Market comes in big with a AAA approval. Shop there if you love it, get a discount. Finger in the ass, AAA approval. Punch in the face. Nope, did not get approved. So no punching him in the face. Civilian strikes, approved. High socks, disapproved by the Rad Dudecast. Lambskin penis, a triple approval rating on the lambskin condoms. Domination over the beast. I fight to say it even on the recap, but it's not been approved. Mass genocide, approved. Also, graves of the innocents, a high approval. So go out with those knowing that if you're doing any of that, you have the full approval of the Rad Dudecast.
Okay, now time for Mr. Speedboat.
Now, let's wait. Let him do the plugs. And then once we do the plugs, we're going to slam into Mr. Speedboat, which I'm very excited for. I even wrote down a piece of my paper here. It says Mr. Speedboat segment. That's at 104.
Okay, here's some plugs, some shows to come out to where you can catch me.
Yeah.
This Friday, May 2nd, I will be at Over the 8 in Williamsburg, Brooklyn at
great
8
open mic.
o'clock. Saturday, May 3rd, I'll be at Freddy's in Park Slope, Brooklyn at 7 o'clock. Tuesday, May 6th, I'll be at the Grand in Williamsburg at 10.
I'm going to turn your mic off for that one.
Why are you turning my mic up? Wednesday on the 7th, I'll be at
Are you guys writing this down? You should
Bar
be writing
None
this down.
in the city. Bar None at 8:30. Please come to that. And then 10 o'clock, 11
It's just a
o'clock
cock show for Brendan now.
on May 10th at 11 o'clock.
No.
I will be at Stand Up
Oh,
New
yeah,
York.
that's pretty good.
May 10th, 11 o'clock, Stand Up New York. So come out, see me. I'll sign your Rad Dudecast paraphernalia, whatever you want.
Yep. May 12th, I need you guys to pull through for me. It's a Monday secret show. Can't tell anybody about. You can bring your friends. Can't tell anybody, but there's not going to be a crowd, but it's a big deal for me. Need you guys to come, show up, only laugh at me. Can't tell you why. Don't laugh at anyone else on the show. Only laugh at me.
And where is that show on
The
Monday?
Creek at the Cave.
Creek in the Cave in Queens, Long Island City, Monday, May 12th. What time?
I don't know.
Figure it out. Check the
8?
Creek schedule.
Yeah.
From June
Oh, my God.
13th to the
God.
15th, I'll be in Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh City.
selling
June.
all these frogs that I bought online.
All right, you want to get into Mr. Speedboat?
Yeah.
You're at 104 right now. So,
All right.
cook
Now,
it
do
up.
you guys know?